Hey everyone, welcome to this week's roundup of all the goings on here at Dunes Golf Centre. We're going to kick off this evening with the Super Sunday results. So Super Sunday, if you don't know, is an event that takes place every Sunday, no surprise there, here at Dunes Golf Centre. And it's one-off events that take place just that day, which is a longest drive and the closest to pin. Now, in the closest to pin, there are a prize for the closest on the day, but the special prize is if somebody achieves a hole-in-one. It is an accumulative jackpot, which currently hasn't been won this weekend. So for next Sunday, stands at a whopping £340. The shot is number 3 at Torrey Pines. It's just 104 yards long. So it is definitely makeable for most golfers out there. But as of yet, nobody has managed to do it. If we just, what I'm going to do is just share with you the screen on our website. This is dunesgolfcentre.co.uk and /Super Sunday. You can find the links under the driving range. And as we scroll down here, it tells you how to play there. We can see on the screen now the jackpot this week coming up, which is 340 quid for a hole-in-one. It's a £10 range ball voucher for the nearest the pin and the longest drive each day. And you may or may not be able to see this. If I zoom in, this is the longest drive winners. And you can see the last 4 weeks, Derek Bond has been dominating proceedings with some truly remarkable drives there. And let me tell you now, 1 or 2 of these, they're all over 300 yards, were into quite a strong wind as well. So this is what we call our Super Sunday Hall of Fame. Go and check it out. See if you can recognize any names or indeed your own name on there. Gavin Duthie, you might be able to see at the bottom there, was the winner of the closest to pin, winning the £10 range card voucher with a shot to 1 foot 2 inches. So that was Super Sunday. In other news this week, of course, we've got our pairs match play. Now, some of you might not be aware of this. This is an event that's been taking place. It was a pre-entered. You had to enter yourself for this. This isn't a just turn up event. It takes place every Wednesday evening. The idea being it was something that allows you to keep playing competitive golf on a set night. You enter with a partner or with a series of partners in case some people work offshore, and you can rotate depending on availability. The group stages this week have just finished. And again, you can go to Pairs Match Play on our website to see who won which games. And we'll just scroll down here because this is Group A. It works a bit like the World Cup in the sense that there are 2 groups in this one, not as many as in the World Cup. Hopefully one day we'll get to enough entries where we can do that. And you can see that Derek Bond and Mark McLean won Group A. Gary McKenzie and Mark McBride finished second. So they qualified. The top 2 in each group qualify. And in Group B, you'll see it was Ryan Jarvis and Jed Much, and then myself and Stu Barkley. Now, you'll see the asterisk next to my name there. That was because we had to go to a sudden death playoff, which was a nearest to pin, because we both teams tied on 3 points. So it was quite an exciting finish. And me and Stu, thanks to Stu's amazing shot on the par 3, managed to knock it to just 3 feet to send us through, which was commiserations to Mitchell and Jonathan, who were mightily unlucky, just missing out there. So the semi-final matches taking place this Wednesday. You can see it's Derek and Mark against Stu and myself, Ryan and Jed against Gary and Mark McBride. And those that didn't qualify are going to play like sort of a consolation cup of the next 2 weeks while the semi-finals and finals take place. Moving on in other news, let's bring you on to the one probably most of you are waiting to hear about, which is, of course, our Winter League. And just to give you the results for this week. So we had, and I'll just stop sharing the screen just for a second. So we have in the men's Winter League this week with a fantastic score of 450 points. Ewan Barber took the top spot. Derek Bond finished second on 390, and Stu White finished tied third with Ian Peck, which is really interesting because the in the men's event, it's a bit of a 2-way battle at the top between Stu White and Ian Peck. They keep sort of trading places, turning up to get their bonus points. And what's happened, because Stu managed to turn out 3 more times than Ian this week, he has leapfrogged him into top spot in the leaderboard. I'm going to go through that again. In fact, let's just do that now. So if I bring up the Winter League leaderboard for the men, and we'll see if I just scroll down here. Here we go. Hopefully you can see this on the screen if I make it bigger. But basically, Stu White has a 2.5 point lead over Ian Peck. Well, this is after 6 weeks. It's a total of 10 weeks. So we've got just 4 weeks to go, weeks 7, 8, 9, and 10. Something that I haven't mentioned, nobody knows about yet, is in the final week, we are playing double points. So I will put this out there, but you are hearing this first if you're watching this broadcast. In the final week, week 10, it is going to be double points up for grabs. So an awful lot could change in that week. So there's our current men's top 10. There are a lot more people have taken part. In fact, there's over 100 men have taken part in the Winter League at some point over the last 6 weeks. Like you see there, pretty much at the moment, a 2-horse race. Moving on to the, let's have a look at the women's event. So we'll just scroll down to the women's league table. And in first place in the women's this week, Dawn Cardno scored 300 points. That was Dawn's third out of 6 weeks that she's won it. So congratulations to Dawn. She also managed to score a full house of bonus points, coming every day and scoring 7 bonus points, which has taken her now into a 3-point lead over Bex Gordon. Again, like the men's, very much I would suggest now a 2-horse race. Sorry, ladies, for calling you horses. You know it's just a phrase. I don't mean it. Please don't have a go at me for that. But it's just a 2-woman race at the top of the women's leaderboard there, all to play for as we go into the latter stages of the Winter League. Finishing, by the way, in case you don't know, on Christmas Eve. That is going to be the final week. And then let's have a look at the juniors now. So in the juniors this week, Teddy Taylor has extended his lead by an extra point to now 3 points over Rory Dahl. Both of those, Teddy and Rory, tied this week in the points game. The prize was going to be an Under Armour beanie, but I found it very difficult to share that between the two of them, unless they just took one took the left half, one took the right half. Obviously, that's not practical. So what we've done is we've decided we're going to give them half a dozen Srixon balls each. Much easier to share those. But as you can see, again, a bit like the men's and the ladies' events, it's a 2-person race at the top with Rory and Teddy battling it out. But also we've got Hunter Gray has made up some ground on Joshua White in the race for 3rd place. And Leighton Bruce had a very good week as he leapfrogged Alfie Milne and is now up into 5th place. So well done to Leighton there. So, folks, that's pretty much you caught up to date for this week, apart from, of course, announcing what the game is for week 7. And if I scoot back up our page here, you can always find out this information on the website page, which is dunesgolfcentre.co.uk/Winter League. And you can see there we are back to a straightforward closest to the pin event, but 3 different ones depending which category you fall into. For the juniors, it's the very short 2nd hole at the Belfry. I think it's just 45 yards long, so very accessible even to the young kids. We would love to see more of the kids taking part in these events. And anyone on junior coaching, you get 25 balls every single day to come and give this a go. So no excuses. Do come down and use those free balls and see how you get on at that nearest the pin event. It's dead easy to do. But of course, if you don't know how to play it or you want any assistance at all, myself and the team, Sam, Chris, Zach and Billy will always be on hand to help point you in the right direction. For the women, it is PGA National Hole 17. It's about 116 yards long, I believe. So not particularly long, but it's flanked by water all down the right-hand side, making it particularly tricky to get near. And for the men, we've chosen our toughest one to date yet. It is the 8th hole at Bethpage. It is 186 yards long, so not an easy shot at all. But I thought, well, let's go for it, see how you all manage to get on. So these are there for you to play. a reminder to everybody is that there is no entry fee to play the Winter League. All you have to do is buy your range balls, and baskets starting at £3.50, going up to £10 for 100. You can, of course, save money by getting a range card where you top it up like a pay-as-you-go mobile phone, and you get 10% discount on all of those prices, and it makes vending your balls much quicker and easier too. Just speak to one of us in the team here. It's a 1 minute sign up, not even that, 30 seconds, and that is completely free of charge as well. I'm looking forward to keeping you up to date throughout this week on the Winter League and, of course, our pairs match play semi-finals, which take place on Wednesday evening. If you've got any questions or comments, don't hesitate to get in touch. You'll see this evening is the last official evening of our Black Friday / Cyber Monday sale. You can keep up to date with all those offers on our web shop, which is dunesgolfshop.co.uk. But I'm off to go now because in 15 minutes, I've got a ladies group lesson starting, and we're undecided whether we're going to go out on the range or in the studio, because in the studio, I've just bought a new program, which is really cool. I can't wait to show it off to you. I haven't yet installed it, but that's my job tomorrow. And I'll be bringing you very soon some details of that, but it's going to be an even better facility for you to come and use no matter what the weather, and enjoy playing golf with your friends. Okay, folks, have a wonderful evening. That's it from me. Bye for now.